Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at how these viral online gadget purchases really work, or maybe how they don't.
Yeah, exactly. We're using the HydroNozzle power washer thingy as a sort of case study.
Right, the HydroNozzle. So our sources really focus on this to understand, the gap between what's advertised and what people actually get, and maybe spot the pattern for these high-risk buys.
And the claims are, well, they're big, aren't they?
Huh.
HydroNozzle says it'll turn your normal garden hose into some kind of super-powered pressure washer.
Uh-huh.
We're talking professional-grade cleaning. 10 times the pressure, supposedly,
Yeah.
for your car, patio, siding, you name it.
10 times the pressure from my garden hose. That sounds a bit like wishful thinking, physics-wise.
Just a bit.
But that's the clever part, isn't it? The pitch. It looks like this smart, affordable alternative. You don't need a big, bulky machine. That's the hook.
It's absolutely the hook. But as soon as you scratch the surface, the sources show these immediate red flags popping up for you, the buyer.
Okay, so where do we start? What's the first warning sign?
Well, let's look at the company or the website itself. If you check its reputation using something like Scam Advisor, the HydroNozzle site, it only gets a medium trust score.
Medium. Okay.
And the sort of structural signs are there too. The domain name, it's brand new, like
Yeah.
only 9 months old when this was looked at.
9 months.
Yeah. And they've deliberately hidden who actually owns the business. That information is redacted.
Okay. A new domain plus hidden ownership doesn't automatically mean it's a scam, but it definitely, raises an eyebrow. It increases the risk factor.
For sure. And then you look for what actual customers are saying.
Yep.
Independent proof. On sites like TrustPal, almost nothing. Crickets.
No reviews.
Well, one. Just a single review was found.
Yep.
And what did it say? Late delivery and the product, well, it didn't work as promised. Underperformed.
So the big claims just weren't matching up with that one piece of user experience we could find?
Not at all.
Right.
But honestly, the biggest giveaway, that came when the visuals were analyzed.
Yeah.
The marketing stuff.
Ah, the pictures.
Yeah, the photos. This is where it gets really interesting. It kind of exposes the whole game.
How so?
Independent testers found that those amazing before and after shots, the ones showing incredible cleaning power,
Mm-hmm. The ones that sell you on it.
they're generic stock photos, basically.
Mm.
They found the exact same photos being used online to sell a totally different product, something called the Mighty Jet.
Wait, hang on. The same pictures for a different nozzle.
The exact same ones,
Mm.
which strongly suggests they aren't pictures of the HydroNozzle working at all. They're just generic marketing assets.
Okay, that's pretty damning. So why would they do that?
Well, connect that to the sourcing. When investigators looked, they easily found the same, or very similar, basic plastic nozzle being sold super cheap on wholesale sites. Think AliExpress, places like that.
Ah, okay. I see where this is going.
Right. It points very strongly towards a drop shipping model. Buy cheap, generic product, slap some fancy marketing, and maybe those misleading photos on it, create a website.
And sell it for a much higher price.
Exactly. You sell it at a big markup. And because the whole setup is kind of temporary and low investment, well, customer support is usually terrible, almost non-existent.
Because they're not really invested in the product long term, just the quick sale?
Precisely. So the product arrives, it inevitably disappoints because it's just a basic nozzle, not a pressure washer.
And good luck getting help or a refund.
Pretty much. So the main point here isn't even that the nozzle itself is, like, evil. You'll probably receive something in the mail.
Right. It's a real product, just not what's promised.
Exactly. It's just massively overhyped. The risk of being disappointed is super high, and getting your money back is tough.
So what's the practical advice then? If you see one of these gadgets and you're really tempted?
The sources are clear on this. Protect yourself. If you absolutely feel you have to buy it, use a payment method that offers buyer protection.
Like PayPal or a credit card.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely, because that gives you recourse. If the thing is junk or doesn't arrive, you could dispute the charge with PayPal or your credit card company.
That makes sense. It's like your only safety net, trying to get a refund from a company that might not even exist in a few months.
It's basically your only insurance policy against that non-existent customer service team we talked about.
Okay. So wrapping this up, that point about the domain only being 9 months old, it makes you think, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If this is a common model, set up fast, sell hard, disappear when complaints mount, how often are these new websites for viral gadgets just temporary fronts designed to fold?
Yeah, it raises a question about the whole cycle, doesn't it? How many just rinse and repeat with a new name? What are you really buying into? Something to consider next time you see that miracle gadget pop up in your feed.